Jason Ellis was on the No Jumper show, I guess.
Oh, wow. So everyone in this sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're talking about Brendan Schaub. And this is fresh stuff, so let's check it out.
I fuck with Adam22.
I think it also ties into what we were talking about earlier. When you're a fuckable guy who gets pussy, the mob is out to get you. They hate Brendan Schaub. I think D'Elia caught a little bit of that too, because D'Elia...
Oh, they're all in the same group. Same with Callan. They're all fitter comedians that are somewhat attractive, and they're walking fucking boners.
Yes. As soon as you're a hot, rich, famous comedian, you are a fucking target.
Totally agree.
Why are you laughing? Well, I'm sorry. What was the joke there that he's laughing at?
I don't know.
That's really what it comes to.
I mean, it's just, we've seen it over and over and over, where it's just like, and even like Brendan Schaub, like, I mean, the fact that a lot of people think that.
And by the way, now I can see why Lewis is afraid of this Jason Ellis fellow. All right,
well,
he's not.
That's Adam.
No, but I'm moving over to Jason Ellis here in a second. Hold on. There he is. Now I see why Lewis is afraid of this Jason Ellis fellow, okay? He's not joking around. I listen to all his shows. I've never laughed once.
Yeah, he's serious. He's got to be.
He's got to be.
Serious guy.
Because I've never laughed at anything he said.
Right?
Yeah. He is, right? I don't know.
I hope.
Fucking Christ.
Wait, he's not funny, right?
No, he's not a funny guy. He's not supposed to be.
The fact that a lot of people think that he has money from his family or whatever.
Wait, they do?
I mean, I've seen that floated in his Reddit from time.
So somebody hangs out in the fucking Fighter and the Kid Reddit. We found that out.
Yeah,
no
sure
idea,
does.
But like,
the guy fucking works his ass off. Whether you like
they'll
it
take
or not.
anything.
He doesn't work his... Okay, Jason.
Dude, dude fucking hates me.
What? Schaub hates him.
Schaub hates you?
Yeah, because I fucking open my fucking dumbass mouth about shit.
Why? Oh, just talking about a special or anything?
No, because they did that thing where they were bullying Bobby Lee, and Bobby Lee was on his podcast saying that they threatened me. And when I heard that, I'd already called Cal and texted him and say, hey, man, I think it's really cool that you fucking just fessed up and said, because on his podcast, he was like, I called him. I threatened him. I acted like a fucking asshole. I feel stupid. I lost my control, and I apologized. And I was like, man, that was really cool of you to...
No, that wasn't really cool, Jason. See, things you don't pay attention because it's not about skateboarding or trannies. So here's what really happened. Callan is the fall guy because that whole New York Times thing came out. And by the way, I think it's all bullshit. But the perception of him was bad. He lost his Goldberg's gig on the TV show and all that stuff.
Yeah, he did.
So whenever something happens in that community now, he needs to take the heat for them to be allowed back into the group.
Because he's a soldier, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
He wears jeans and flip-flops, all right? I'm just letting you know the kind of man he is.
That, especially on your show. But then I heard that it was like a threat of violence. And I'm like, wait, you threatened Bobby Lee with violence?
Where did you say that? Where did you, once you heard that, where did you...
Who's this fucking Chris Halfwick over here? I don't know who this guy on the right is. Someone will tell me, and everyone's going to... This is what always happens with us. Someone's going to know, oh, yeah, that's Johnny Two Shoes or whatever, or some shit that we're supposed to know.
I guess he's a no-jumper guy.
I guess. Who's this guy? I don't know who he is.
Did you voice this publicly?
I did a show with a friend that's good friends with them, and I said it in the green room, and now that guy doesn't talk to me, and all those guys unfollowed me on social media.
It's so gay.
Who cares?
This stuff is so gay.
Does any of that matter? Do you care?
It's so gay.
I don't care.
Why are these tough guys always so gay?
You know, it's funny. I'm always finding out about these things from other people.
Yeah.
It's always other people that have to say to me, hey, Marsh, did you see so-and-so? And fucking, no. I didn't notice.
And I was like, oh.
The whole little Brendan Schaub mafia, all his boys?
I don't want to, yeah, sure.
Damn.
I don't blame him. You know, if you're not going to be 100% in support of them, you know, I
just feel like that was a
I just want out. I just don't want to be in a group where people do that.
That just feels like a situation where Brendan was getting so much shit during that at
really
a certain
was.
point you just really have to kind of back off and be like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm just going to deal with the fact that everybody thinks I fucked up in this situation. Because, I mean, I just was doing the fight companion with Brendan, and I wasn't sure at a certain point if he was going to, you know, invite me to do shit like that because of the fact that I kind of said on one podcast that I didn't think his special was funny. And then he hit me up to do it. And I figured, oh, that's cool that he's the type of person.
Yeah, because he still needs clout. He still needs to grow his audience. So.
Yeah, you have a bigger audience than him because he has like 300,000 on his Fighter and the Kid, and you have 450. So it's a nice little crossover audience because both people that like these kind of shows are fucking stupid.
He thinks, you know, you're a grown man who likes sneakers. He's a grown man who likes sneakers. Why not? It works.
They're saying Danny Mullen is the guy on the right.
Oh, the Danny Mullen?
Who?
Exactly.
Oh, ZJ93 said Danny Mullen, he's a faggot. Okay, now we know.
Well, thank you. See,
Oh,
ZJ, thank you, ZJ, for doing the producer's job.
Appreciate it.
Can I see the thing? Because mine's fucking loco.
Doesn't hold that against somebody. Now, the whole Bobby Lee thing was sort of a much different level of drama, whereas saying you don't think a special's funny is one thing, but that whole Bobby Lee thing was some other shit.
I think Brennan's a funny guy. I think he's a funny.
You think Brendan's a funny guy? What's your favorite? Hold on.
That's what I always say.
What's your favorite bit?
I always hit people with that. Nick, what's your favorite bit?
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullen?
Not Nick Mullins, but excuse me. Nick Swartzen's bit that he stole. That
Yeah,
one.
yeah, the fajitas bit.
Funny podcaster.
I think they're all very talented at what they do. I don't have any beef. I love Bobby Lee. I don't really even know him that well, but I don't know. He's got one of those things where I just want to help him, which is ridiculous.
It happens to Frozen all the time too, because he's Asian. Women like him because they think they just could hold him and like nurse him back to health. It's
You
like
can't.
it happens. It's an little Asian boy thing that they want to
Are
feed
you
it.
saying I'm some sort of baby bird that came out, fell out of a tree?
Forget it. He's broken. He's done. Like the bird in Chris Cuomo's pocket.
That's right.
He's as good as dead.
A woman wants to adopt him and like feed him soup, like stuff like that. You know.
Ridiculous because he's successful. He's got everything. But when I heard that somebody bigger was bullying him, that obviously could beat his ass, I'm like, man, that is some. Why would you do that? Like, if anybody
Because they're all sociopaths and narcissists, you included.
Yes.
who was a friend of mine did that it was close, I would call them and be like, hey, man, like, that's what
Okay.
the fuck?
Because think about what this is. This is like a conversation about geopolitical.
Okay, yes, please, no jumper. Tell us about geopolitical stuff.
Try it a third time.
Let's go. Come on, guy. We got it.
Geopolitics, and
Oh, there you go.
He gave
Just
up. He bailed. He bailed.
in the sense of like, when do you escalate beyond words into violence?
You shouldn't if it's entertainment.
And
you go.
one good thing you could say about comedy is that for the most part, throughout comedy's history, there's been very little violence. That most of these problems get worked out with words.
I'll tell that to fucking Chris Rock's face.
Yes. Or Dave Chappelle.
Or David's right.
You can't tell it to Chris Rock's face because fucking Will Smith already did.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. And you know, that's one thing that sometimes bugs me about rap is you'll be having an argument with somebody online and then they basically turn the conversation into, well, I could kill you, or I could beat your ass, or I have more money than you. These are like stupid things that stupid people say in those kind of conversations.
Yeah.
And I think that the comedy world, once they saw that people were basically like,
Okay, I have to ask a question. And I know there's going to be a bunch of joke answers, but I actually do want a real one after the joke answers. Why is No Jumper famous? Like, what's his claim to fame?
He just interviewed rappers.
It's like a Vlad TV kind of guy. That's why he's famous.
Yeah, but he's like a little more face tattooy and gross. And
No,
like
I know.
LA.
Yeah.
I think he was involved in skateboarding to some degree, maybe. But then he was into like the rap thing, and he started interviewing rappers. And he was a guy that like would get these crazy up and coming rappers on a show. That's all I know of him.
'Cause I don't know. I have no idea.
And his wife is gross.
Didn't he
and does
show up in
porn.
our chat once? Mm-hmm. And you told him to fuck off?
Yeah, and I called him a rapist.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny. That was funny.
Base.
threatening Bobby Lee or whatever. They're right to.
And he was being
revolt.
nice.
He was
That's
being
the
nice.
funniest part.
He wasn't being
He was
mean.
being nice. And I said, fuck off, you rapist.
We're not.
This was back when we had like 50 people watching.
That's true. We make friends.
Give a fuck.
Imagine
Look
if
at
we
it.
didn't fight with everybody.
Against that, right?
With the Bobby Lee thing, this is how I understand
If
it.
we didn't fight with everybody, we'd be these three faggots.
Yeah, we made the right choice.
So yeah, I watched a little bit of Danny Mullen's shit.
Is
Would
it
you
funny?
Would you like a taste? Oh, it's definitely that good San Francisco comedy. Hold on, I'll fucking here. Let me
Thank you.
pull the link. I didn't know if you were gonna want it.
Yeah.
They thought, they meaning Schaub and Callan,
Yeah.
that Bobby Lee was either actively himself
Or
on
he
their
hired
Reddit
somebody. I heard. I
talking
know.
shit. Yeah, just for the audience, might not
Okay.
know.
Right.
And or Bobby Lee was endorsing people talking shit about those guys.
Right,
and the
correct.
reason I'm a little bit more sympathetic to Schaub and Callan is I've seen the level of hate those guys get, especially Schaub, and it really kind of sickens
There's
me.
something fake puker voice about this guy that's starting to bug me.
DMs,
Yeah.
papa.
But you know what I mean? There's something about, like the thing is, in this situation, what are you doing? Don't talk
Yeah,
like
it's Mark
that.
Harley syndrome.
Control the narrative, okay? We don't let them censor. We don't let them blot out the
Setup
past.
here is he's taken a black guy to an old slave plantation to talk to ghosts.
And we try to make contact, baby. And if they're uncomfortable with that, well, they can summon some of Louisiana's finest. And we'll talk to the police. And we'll, if we have to, Lily, I'm sorry, offer you up. And we'll omit what she has lurking between her legs. I'm trying to do a physical embodiment of herpes right now. Just
Oh, he's funny. Funny guy. What, Royce? What's the matter?
Mersh,
Wait, you don't think he's qualified to talk about comedy?
he didn't go to the San Francisco Comedy College, now did he?
No, Mark Harley's got this guy beat.
Is this really what comedy? I have to ask.
Yeah.
I know we're old heads in this shit now, but like, is this what comedy is now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is
It
so
gets
sad.
better.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
spirits, if you're present anywhere in this house or on the property, I want you to gather in the living room with us right now. Come to us and use Lily like an antenna picking up an AM frequency from the ether, and through her, tell us.
Hey, real quick, what's the joke?
I don't.
Oh, he's a goofy guy.
Oh,
He's a silly.
He sure
goofy
is
guy.
a goofy guy, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. He's silly. It's a silly goose.
I really wish he was playing fucking Harold Ramis as fucking Ghostbuster.